So let me do a quick recap for the day, starting with IQ. So IQ, I did something really stupid with IQ. Let me see where I can find my marker. Find my EpiPen first. So I did something stupid with So I tried to do the opening range breakdown, but as you can see here, it never broke the open range. So that's a rookie mistake. I don't know why I did that. Something I need to pay attention to. So basically, for that, I lost money. In fact, it actually pulled back to this level. I don't know why I shorted it here. And then I had to cover. It's just stupid. That was a rookie mistake. Should not have done that. I didn't know what I was thinking. And then all this is just over trading, so I'm not even going to talk about it. What is interesting? So this is stupid. Opening range is here. Never broke it. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so it was just stupid. What is interesting though is when I saw that it started to break VWAP at this point. Where it's above VWAP and it's above some of the moving averages. This is above moving average right here, right? So it's above all this moving average, and it was about to break above VWAP. Actually, for myself, even though this is what 39.22, 39.40. So for me, let me zoom in here. So you can see when you zoom in, this is above these moving averages. Okay, so I put a stop loss here, right? Stop loss here. What I wanted to do was crack this level, this moving average. And I also saw at the time that there was the high of the day was there. There's another level up here. But the only problem for me is I exit too soon because I messed myself up psychologically. So I want to gain back what I've lost. So essentially, I went long and then I covered too soon once it cracked this level. But then I saw that it didn't really drop. It was making higher highs. And if you look at the 5-minute here too, right? The level's here, another level here. So I went long again, and then I basically sold once it broke the 41 level. So again, it's very important. Above averages, go for the next level. So I did that, and then later on, I think I did a reversal here. So for IQ, so it cracked those levels, and then I did a reversal here. So here, what happened was, I got stopped out here. I think either because I thought it was going to. Actually, I think I was doing a short here. So, so I short, it popped up, and then I got stopped out. I short again once it broke the averages. These are moving averages, and what I was trying to do was to get to this moving average as it fell back to VWAP. Once it broke that, I went short. So this is 41.62, 41. That's a 30-cent drop. I started covered when it started to recover, showing signs of strength, and then it popped again. So again, the importance of moving averages. I think I went short prematurely there. Let's see how it looks like in a 5-minute. Yeah, I probably should have waited. But either way, you see how distended it is on the 5-minute. This is way distended near the top. It's gonna fall back, right? It's what at this point 42 moving average is 40. It's $2 above the moving average, so it has to move back towards the moving average, and then towards the VWAP, $2 above the VWAP, and then moving average was like $1 away. So I had to go back down. What I should have done is just waited for a new 5-minute low and see what happens. which may have corresponded to this point here. Here it was still above the moving average. I guess I did the same play here, and then I got stopped out on this one. Maybe I should move the stop loss up towards this. Maybe I should have had the stop loss up here, above that moving average instead. Either way, so that's the way I played IQ. Maybe I should have taken a smaller position here and then just add it on the way down with confirmation. I think next time that's what I should do. I'll just take a smaller position and then just average it down as it drops. So the moving averages are doing fantastic for me. So that's IQ. CLPS, I think, actually I'll go back to CLPS later. Let's look at GOOS. So for GOOS, I try to do an open range breakdown, I think. For GOOS, open range breakdown. Yep, I didn't do anything but open range breakdown. I saw it drop below VWAP. 1 minute, drop below VWAP. This is kind of distended, I think. So let's see here, 55.62. Yeah, it's a 50 cent. So it's my fault again. 1 minute is too distended. It dropped too fast already. So this is chasing it a bit. I always need to remind myself. I have to be careful about that. Probably better entry would be when it's closer to just right after it drops. Aiming for this level. And then it basically popped back up. I got stopped out. I shorted it again. I think I added more, and then when it dropped, I covered. So is that what happened? No, I went long first. So I went long, and then I covered. So I didn't pop, and then I shorted, and then I covered. I think I'm okay with these two trades. Here I went long, and then I covered. I saw that it was sort of consolidating. Sometimes it may just drop on you, but then when it started to move higher, I covered. I think I had a level up there at some point in yes. So the level I had was this one. So it was the high of the pre-market, which was somewhere around here. It almost hit it. I should have waited. I covered too soon, but that's what I did on GOOS. For JBL, I shorted and then I covered because I saw that I was going to go up. And then when I couldn't make a new 5-minute high, I went long and then covered towards the moving average. So I think it's clear on the 1 minute for JBL. Yeah, it's clear for 1 minute. So here's what happened. So I shorted and then it dropped. I just covered. And then I went long and then I just covered at the top. And so once it broke this moving average at more, hoping to hit VWAP, it did not. As it was going down, I just exited the position. But what's interesting here, I want to point out, is the fact that as you move, it started consolidating here. This is actually a dangerous move, but I should have been watching it, because what it could have done is, as it's consolidating, you shouldn't be in this area, by the way. You just wait. Once it started to move up and pop, a good entry would probably be somewhere around here once it broke the two moving averages, and then you can take advantage of, let's see how long this is, 26.90, about 26.89, 90, 27.02. So that's like what, 10 cents? So that's 10 cents. Not that great, but and then but it kept on going though. So 20 cent pop. What's the ATR in this? See what are these moves. I didn't really make too much money on this. So let's see here. 27.12. So 20 cents. So basically it's about a 20-cent move. 28. So that was a 20-cent move. It's not that great, but you know, if you're able to catch it, it would have been a pretty good move. So that's what I would have done, is once it's above this moving averages, go in and then just take advantage of some of that. I think the ATR for this is not that high, so you may be able to get a pretty good, bigger share. But anyway, so that was JBL. And then CLPS is the one that I played poorly, but I recovered. And I'll talk about that. So Wade is standing here, should not have gone long. I missed the breakout. I probably shouldn't have even played this because this is indecision. So messed up. So this trade messed up. It's above VWAP. I went long, and then I just covered. So this is okay. You know, it's honest mistake. So I can make it low. Thought it was gonna bounce back up. Maybe on the 1 minute, I could have stopped out earlier. Went long, short. Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to say if I can stop out earlier because it is above all these levels. I think maybe, so that's 1071, 1092, 71. Yeah, 1071. That's a 20-cent drop. That's a pretty big drop. So I don't know. It is a new 5-minute high. Maybe I should have waited. Oh, the other thing I want to say too about CLPS is this is a low float stock. I think the float. What is the float on this? Yeah. So actually, they don't have a float. They only have outstanding shares, which is only 13 million. So this is definitely not something I should have been playing with, but I played with it and I almost got killed. So either way, I don't know. This is a tough one because you want to put your stop loss below the averages here. So I think, you know, at end of the day, that's fine. What I should have done though is, once I saw it start making new lows, probably enter here for the drop. So I should have probably have done that. And then I would have made up for this loss here and then set my stop loss probably above at here at this level. That's probably what I should have done, is just flip my position. I did try to do that here. I went short and then it dropped. So it may look deceptively small, but it may not be. So this is what, 946, 918. So that's 30-cent drop right here. And again, it lost all these averages. So I knew this is a stop down here. And then I think at the time, 954. Yeah, it dropped. I think there was a level down there at the time. Oh, 830 or something like that. Oh, 888 right here. So which it eventually did do. So I did the same thing again later on. Did that. Oh, I didn't do the same thing. Here, basically what I did here is I went long. So here's where I got trapped, is I went long because it was above all these moving averages and then it dropped. And so when it dropped, actually what I did, which you should not do, now this is a lesson, but I waited it to grind out, but I should have just covered. As it was dropping, I should cover that and watch the stock. Because what happened was this. It dropped. What I did was I covered and then I waited for it to come back up, right? And then obviously it kept on dropping, so this stock could have just plummeted. So it's not advisable. I wouldn't have done that but what would have been better is if I covered, wait for it to hit bottom, and then buy the stock once it starts to show signs of a reversal, which is probably at this level right here when it starts to make up for all this, and then it passes some of the moving average. If you want to, So I would probably have entered probably at around here, this level, at around the $8 mark, because it seems like this was the bottom. And then probably sold towards the top at the 873 mark. And then when it bottomed out again, which is 79. So it's about, that's almost like a double bottom. And then probably go back in again for the pop, which it eventually did do. So look at this. So double bottom, and then it went back up. And the reason for this is probably because of all the shorts they had to cover. So it's going to go back up. So that's what I should have done, but either way, I was able to get out. But that's not an advisable maneuver to do. Anyway, that's my day. I'm just glad that I got out positive.